You must believe you can achieve your dreams, but you need to regain your hope. Please understand that losing hope is fatal. Hope is a requirement for success. My whole life was built on hope. You do not become a 4-time world champion without it. I don't believe in faking it before you make it. There is nothing fake about belief. You have to see through time, act accordingly, and prepare to told you so that eternally upsets doubters. I'm saying you must believe all of the things you want to have are going to happen. You must see through time with a plan in place so you can see it all come true to be the man you want to be. You can have anything you want. All you have to do is make a plan and see it. The power of belief is real. Words and thoughts have power. Use them. My brother and I used to sit around and talk about what could be if only we managed to get it out. How it would feel to be famous and internationally renowned. How it would feel to be able to fly on private planes. We used to talk about it. We believed in this version of reality where we somehow made it. I'd like to be rich, but Netflix is on and the TV's on. I'm not cold. Everything's fine. So you don't sit and imagine deep in your soul. Not only do you lack fire, you lack imagination. And that's why it's very important. You need to start believing you are the fucking man, even if you're not yet. You need to start imagining what actual freedom is. You need to start seeing beyond the confines of your comfort and stop being enslaved by your comfort, because that's what you're enslaved by. It's extremely important.
Manifestation isn't magic, it's war. And right now, you're losing. Manifestation isn't about writing goals on paper and hoping they show up. It's about locking into the version of you who already lives that life mentally, emotionally, physically, and refusing to move like anything less. The moment you believe hard enough, the world starts to bend. The money, the body, the respect, the status, none of it comes until you decide you're already worthy. Manifestation isn't magic, it's memory. The memory of a future so detailed, so vivid, you stop asking if and start moving like it's done. You're not unlucky, you're untrained. You don't lack opportunity, you lack focus. The world didn't conspire to hold you back. You've simply been playing at half strength, hoping that life will reward hesitation. But life doesn't bend for the hesitant, it obeys the certain. And the man you want to become, he doesn't wait for permission. He creates alignment so fierce, the universe has no choice but to adjust. That's what manifestation really is, not dreams floating on candle. You've been hypnotized by excuses and they've disguised themselves as logic. You say, I'm trying my best, but your best isn't rooted in vision, it's rooted in survival. There's a massive difference. Surviving is reacting. Manifesting is directing. The world mirrors your dominant energy. It's not cruel, it's accurate. You doubt yourself and life gives you more to doubt. You hesitate and doors close. You say one day and that day never comes. Every time you say I can't, your subconscious records it and builds your reality around it. And then you look at others winning and think they got lucky, but they didn't. They programmed their belief system so deeply that reality had no choice but to follow. The problem isn't that manifestation doesn't work, it's that you've been using it against yourself. Every time you reinforce your limits with language, behavior, or emotional cowardice, you're broadcasting a frequency of failure. You can say, I want to be rich 1,000 times, but if your body is slouched and your decisions rooted in fear, the signal is scrambled. And a scrambled signal never gets answered. The second you decide that your internal world is realer than your external circumstances, you become dangerous. There's a version of you right now already living the dream life. He exists. He moves with clarity. He speaks with certainty. He wakes up with fire in his chest and mission in his bones. And the only thing separating you from him is belief. The second you start identifying with that man and acting like him, now not when the money arrives, not when the applause comes, but now you begin to merge with him. You start thinking the way he thinks. You eat like he eats. You train like he trains. And eventually the world catches up. Manifestation isn't a trick. It's a system. And that system only activates when you align your thoughts, your words, your emotions, and your behaviors around a singular identity. Not the man you were, not the man you're hoping to become, but the man you choose to be. And if you can build a cage with your thoughts, then you can build a kingdom. It all starts the second you stop lying to yourself, stop blaming everything else, and declare war on the version of you that accepts less than you were born for. That's not just motivation, that's the blueprint. Manifest your dreams. Become what you want. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. And don't stop until your internal vision becomes the external fact. That's the code. That's the law. People think your future begins when your environment changes, but it doesn't. It begins when your inner world becomes too powerful to ignore. The brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. While others waited for the world to confirm their worth, I started broadcasting mine long before the results exist. That's the real manifestation. It's not faking, it's rehearsing. Most people think your story starts when you win, but that's a lie. Your story starts when no one claps, when nothing's working, when the world sees nothing special in you and you choose to believe in the man you haven't met yet. You create him brick by mental brick. You train for a life that hasn't arrived yet. You fight battles in your head so that when life throws one at you, it's already familiar. Through certainty, the world didn't give me a blueprint. I created it in silence. I built the image of the man I wanted to become in such detail that eventually my physical reality was forced to match it. People talk about manifestation like it's a spiritual accident. It's not. It's a deliberate construction. And once you understand that, your past becomes irrelevant. It doesn't matter where you came from, what they said about you, how many times you failed. All of that becomes noise once you understand this truth. You keep chasing dreams with the identity of a man who still doubts. And that's the problem. You can't attract abundance with a scarcity frequency. You can't manifest power while moving like a shadow of who you could be. The man you want to become isn't waiting in the future. He's buried under layers of hesitation, insecurity, and self-imposed limits. Your job is to strip all of that away, not by hoping, but by declaring. Because once you've lived something vividly enough in your head, the external result doesn't even surprise you, it confirms you. You don't celebrate, you nod, because you've already been there 100 times internally. I was never chasing success. I was sculpting the man who commands it. You want to know what manifestation really feels like? It feels like walking into your dream reality and not blinking, because in your soul you knew it was coming. People talk about confidence like it's a personality trait. It's not. It's preparation. It's the result of living two lives, the one the world sees and the one you've already mastered in your mind. You're not behind, you're not broken, you're just underdeveloped. And that's good news, because development is a choice. So remember this. Your story isn't just about what's happened to you. It's about what you choose to believe before the evidence exists. You want to manifest your dreams? Then stop fantasizing, start embodying, become what you want, and don't stop until you forget it was ever a dream to begin with. Every second you spend hesitating is a silent vote for failure. The clock doesn't pause because you're unsure. The world doesn't delay its rewards because you're still doubting. Reality isn't interested in your excuses. You don't get what you want by hoping life slows down. You get it by realizing it never will and becoming the kind of man who keeps up regardless. People always say, what if I fail? But the real question is, what if you don't try? What if you wake up in 10 years, still repeating the same justifications, still clinging to comfort, still afraid to become the version of you that's been screaming to be born? And most of you are so afraid of breaking that version that you settle for cages you've outgrown. There's something nobody tells you about regret. It doesn't scream, it whispers, it waits. It follows you into quiet moments. You'll be sitting alone and no noise, and suddenly it reminds you, you had a window, a chance, a decision you didn't make, a door you didn't open. You think you're tired. You're not tired. You're out of alignment. You weren't built to survive like this. You were built to lead, to dominate, to inspire. But you've been negotiating with the weaker voice inside you, that voice that says maybe tomorrow, maybe when it's easier, maybe when I feel ready. But there is no easier. There is no perfect day. There is only now. The man who waits for the perfect moment dies in pieces. You either move or you dissolve. You don't need more time. You need more clarity. And clarity comes from decision. The moment you decide who you are, without flinching, without apology, the world begins to bend. This is the law of alignment. You don't manifest by accident. You manifest by becoming magnetic through consistency, certainty, and brutal honesty. If you say you're meant for greatness, then act like it. If you believe you're chosen, then move like you've already been crowned. The body listens to the mind. The world listens to both. You have to become obsessed with the idea that your dream is already yours. It's just hidden behind a layer of laziness, fear, and distraction. Your job isn't to chase it. Your job is to strip away everything that doesn't align with it, and that requires war. Not with others, with yourself. With the voice that says you're not ready. With the habits that scream mediocrity. With the thoughts that delay your evolution. Life doesn't reward the one who wants it most. It rewards the one who aligns the fastest. The one who removes doubt before it roots. The one who decides now, not later. The reason you haven't manifested what you want yet isn't because you're cursed. It's because you're still attached to an identity that doesn't belong in the future you crave. You say you want millions, but you still think like someone surviving paycheck to paycheck. You want respect, but your posture betrays insecurity. You want peace, but you fuel chaos with your habits. There's no room for contradiction in high-level manifestation. You either match the energy of the outcome or you repel it. And the future doesn't belong to those who talk about it. It belongs to those who move like it's already done.
Make this note. Don't become a victim of yourself. Possible to become a victim of the things that happen out there, but here's the most important thing. Don't become a victim of yourself. Forget the thief in the alley that's after your purse. What about the thief in your mind that's after your promise? The thief in your mind that says you're too tall. The thief in your mind that says, yes, it'll happen to people out in California, but it can't happen way over here on this side of the world. I want to reassure you that you can do it. I want you to reassure you that you can make the decision. No matter what the night, no matter what the storm, no matter what the difficulty, there isn't anybody here that can't figure it out. Minute at a time, yes. Week at a time, yes. But there isn't anything you can't walk away from. There isn't any challenge you can't overcome. Then, in due time, your harvest will come. And I want you to have that same opinion. Your day will come. Your harvest is sure. And then you'll be able to say, by gosh, the hard work has paid off. The lonely nights have paid off. And my harvest has finally come.
Believe your day will come, even if everything right now tells you otherwise. Even if the world ignores you, overlooks you, doubts you, misunderstands you, keep believing. Keep holding the vision, because your current situation is not your final destination. What you're facing now is preparation, not punishment. You may feel behind, feel lost, feel forgotten, but heaven hasn't forgotten you. Life hasn't disqualified you. Your breakthrough is not canceled. It's just being built behind the scenes. Every delay has a reason. Every setback has a lesson. Every storm has an expiration date. Just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's not happening. You're being shaped in silence. You're being strengthened in obscurity. You're being developed in the dark so you can shine in the light. Don't quit 5 minutes before your moment comes. Don't give up just because it's hard right now. The pain is part of the process. The pressure is part of your promotion. You have no idea what's waiting for you if you just refuse to fold. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You need to believe in yourself. You need to keep showing up even when no one claps. You need to keep grinding even when no one sees. You need to keep building even when the results don't show yet, because success doesn't arrive announced. It shows up for the ones who refuse to quit. Your day will come, not because of luck, but because of discipline, consistency, and unshakable faith. Believe it, speak it, see it, feel it. Wake up every day and walk like it's already on the way. That vision in your heart, God put it there for a reason. The fire in your soul, it's fuel for the fight. Don't let time make you doubt what's possible. Some of the greatest stories started with years of silence. Some of the strongest people were born in suffering. It's okay if no one sees your worth yet. That's not your job. Your job is to keep becoming the version of you that can carry the blessing. The version that doesn't break under pressure. The version that doesn't quit in the valley. The version that praises even when it hurts. Because when your moment comes, it'll happen fast. The door will open. The phone will ring. The opportunity will hit. And you'll realize it was never random. You were being prepared. Every hardship was training. Every delay was direction. Every rejection was redirection. But none of it would have mattered if you gave up. So don't. Hold the line. Keep the faith. Train in the shadows. Build in the silence. Let them sleep on you. You don't need noise. You need focus. One day they'll ask how you did it, and you'll smile because you know you earned it. You didn't skip the process. You didn't run from the pain. You stood tall and you endured. That's what winners do. So if it hurts right now, good. That means you're growing. If it's quiet right now, good. That means you're being tested. But keep moving forward. Keep trusting the process. Keep believing with everything you've got. Because if you stay faithful, if you stay locked in, your day will come. And when it does, it will be worth every second of the wait.